other three will get a little bit of a jump at the start. Competitor Nelson will not jump.
We are live here for the CFR Championship, about to get underway. The NRA 212 for the CFR Championship, guys. Round number 2 in the chase. You can see who's all in round 2 thanks to Get Her Done Graphics. Mike Bruno, Joe Burchett, Kyle Charpentier, Tyler Cox, Robert Land, Tyler Justice, Jesse Gaby, and Derek Pemberton all made it into the next round. We start round number 1. I guess you could say race number 1 of round number 2 here tonight. Basically a reset. After last week's race, Kyle Charpentier will receive an EOL tonight and will not qualify for the race as well. I am joined by Delaney Dunn, who is with me in the booth. Delaney, you with me?
Yep.
Should be a fun race. By the way, guys, sorry about the little delay, I guess you could say, that we had getting the session up. We had a little bit of issue with the setup. We noticed it in practice how much temperature and how hot it was getting, so we made the adjustment and came over to this one just to fix it and make it a little bit better for everybody to race in. So take a look real fast at the weather before we get our picks in. Air temp 65 degrees with humidity at 20%. No wind speed to speak of. Track info. Track temp is 91 degrees. A little bit slick out there, which is a good thing. We are on the Watkins Glen Cup circuit, so we will be running the dog leg as well. Should be a fun race. Delaney, who do you have to win tonight?
Tyler Cox.
Good pick. Tyler was one of our road course, I guess you could say, experts. Finished second at Sonoma. Didn't do too well at the Canadian Tire. I think he actually wrecked out of that race. And there are so many good people in this race. It's so hard to choose. As much as I would like to choose one of the top 3 guys right now, I'm going to go with somebody a little bit different. I'm going to go with Justin Krasinski to pick up the win here tonight as well. We'll see right now. He's 4th on the board. It looks like, yeah, he is 4th on the board right now in practice. So as we get set to go here, it is going to be a tough track, tough race for everybody here tonight. Got 65 laps set as we get ready to do qualifying here in just 1 minute. We're all going to do group qualifying, but we're going to step away and take our first break. We'll be right back.
I know you're watching, so pay attention. You hate my freedom, my religion, and my country. You hate me for speaking my mind. You try to control me with violence and intimidation. You think you can muzzle me with fear? Don't ever confuse me for my politicians or my media. I am an American, free-born and free-bred, and I will call you out for who you are. An Islamic extremist who would kill me for my beliefs. You don't intimidate me. My freedom is more powerful than anything you can possibly do, and I will never surrender my rights to your terror. I will say what I think, worship according to my beliefs, and raise my children how I see fit. And I defend it all with the Second Amendment to the Constitution of the United States. I cower to no one, because I am the National Rifle Association of America, and I am freedom's safest place.
We are back here for the NRA 212, just speaking with Delaney. Joe Burchett about to get qualifying underway. As I am
Derek says he'll pass on qualifying.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that. Speaking of Derek, he actually has he tore something in his leg, in his something flex muscle, I believe is what it called. It actually tore or something. So I'm actually surprised he's here. Same as Tyler Cox, both, and he's sick as well. So I'm actually surprised that he's here as well tonight. But we are getting qualifying to get ready to go. Remember, Kyle Charpentier will not be allowed to qualify, and we'll get an EOL after last week's run-in with Mike Bruno. As it looks like we should be getting ready to roll off. I'm just waiting to see who goes off first. It's going to be some strange because everybody was really late in getting in here. So just waiting to see. Some of these I-rating things are not right, by the way. Oh, okay, it's showing their actual road I-rating. I was wondering why some of that wasn't right. I've seen some really low I-ratings in here. I was like, wait a minute. I know that's not right. So I just realized that it was our road I-rating. So we're just waiting here, guys, for them to roll off. The NRA 212 here at Watkins Glen. We'll see who rolls off first. I'm waiting as well.
Yeah, Joe's still chatting.
Qualifying won't take long here. Each guy, I believe, gets 2 laps. How many drivers do we actually have in here, Delaney? Do you know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
11, 12?
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 people. 16 people.
Yep, 16.
Wow. All right, so one person that's not in here is Tyler Justice, which is kind of a surprise, I would say. That will probably, honestly, with him missing this week, that may wind up taking him actually out of the chase for the next round. So we'll see what happens if he shows up next week. I'm actually surprised he's not running this race because he is very good at road courses. We do got someone rolling off. John Kelly.
Yep.
John Kelly had a chance at making a chase.
Yep.
You had a fun weekend this weekend, didn't you?
Yeah, my feet are on fire.
You can actually go to Center Force TV on our Facebook, CFR TV. You can see the video that I shared on there of Delaney. She actually had a news interview and stuff like that. Pretty cool stuff. She did like a mall show to get ready for her racing season, so it's pretty cool. By the way, I did mention Get Her Done graphics that you've seen with the chase bracket. You've seen she actually made that as well for us. So, by the way, Delaney, there was something you were supposed to have. Okay, never mind. You already got it now. I just now noticed it. Okay. Anyway.
I don't have the painter one.
That's what it is. That's what I'm missing. As John Kelly goes off track, it's gonna be okay though. He's not took his
David
green flag
Clark
up.
is out there.
And Landon Lacey both.
Yep.
David Clark and the Simple Man Calls. Check them out. You can check him out Tuesday and Wednesday as well. Now, here in the CFR Championship, he runs the Cup car on Tuesday for the Oval Man, Simple Man Game Calls. We'll be broadcasting that this week as well for Talladega Tuesday. Then Wednesday, we'll be broadcasting the Dirt League Simple Man Winged Outlaw Sprint Series. As wow, you can really see that brake locking up to the front. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I love seeing that, I'm going to be honest. That is one shot we actually need to get. I may have to adjust a little bit here and there on my graphics while we go to commercial break, but that's going to be pretty cool to get. If you can see right here, watching that right front tire, you may be able to see the brakes actually light up orange. He's not going to do it right there, but he'll definitely do it here in just a moment.
They're going through the bus stop.
One thing about road racing, that bus stop, especially at Watkins Glen, is so critical. It can honestly cost you a race. If you overshoot the bus stop and have to jump through the center of it, it will actually have you a big slowdown penalty. So you got to be careful with that. And there's a couple other things as well. This track's super fast, so even though it's a road course, it really does have the speed of like a, you know, Richmond, or actually a little bit faster than that top track. So it's a really fast track here. So that's one cool thing about it. It is David Clark with the pole right now. John Kelly currently second. Landon Lacey is out on track, I thought. No, it looks like he's about to go back out. David Clark running his second lap now. We'll see if he can pick it up. He's going to have to pick it up a little bit more than that, I believe, to have a chance at the pole. be sure to check out livingaquarium.net and swapdust.com. Guys, that's who sponsors us here in the CFR Championship. We are looking for sponsors for next season. Currently taking bids on the entitlement sponsor. Got about 2 people that's interested right now, but looking just to really match with the right group of guys, even if it ain't, you know, money-wise helps, of course, but, you know, with all the sessions we host and stuff like that. But we also want to partner ourselves with the right, I guess you can say, company and stuff like that to not only help that company out, but also establish our brand, I guess you could say, for our league as well. And we want it to be a good fit. So that's one cool thing.
Yeah, find a group of guys that we can actually like meld well with,
Yeah,
and we won't butt
exactly.
heads.
I can tell you that with anybody out there that's interested in partnering with us, your sales for your business does go up quite a bit. I know that Swamp Dust sales, as Landon Lacey takes his green flag lap, Swamp Dust sales have gone up quite a bit. I know a bunch of people from the league and from seeing broadcast and from Joe Chet has bought stuff from them guys. Not only that, Living Aquariums, our site has got a lot more web traffic and stuff like that. But, you know, nothing against them guys at all. I would love to have them back for next season 100%. So we're still in talks with them as well. But, you know, like Delaney said, we want to make sure we had the right brand, I guess you could say, for our league, as Landon Lacey gets loose in the bus stop and loses it. So, but out on track, the 12, Adam Meyer. Someone that could be a factor here tonight, by the way. Any of these Evolution guys, I feel like could be a factor. Or at least I feel like it anyway. Because they're always, seem like they're up here. Justin Krasinski, really good at doing road stuff, so we'll continue to keep an eye on that. Derek Pemberton is also out on track right now. He just left the pits. I'm actually surprised he is qualifying with his leg the way it is. You can see him right now coming out of bus stop. About to work into the carousel, but we'll go up to Adam Meyer right now. Also, Jesse Gaby is out on track as well. So we'll keep an eye on all these guys. You can see some of his marbles actually coming off the tires and stuff like that. That's just where the track's kind of dirty right now. This is the first laps these guys really done it, because the practice we had was only 10 minutes long since we had to make a new session because of the setup and stuff that we had to fix. So you are going to see a little bit different, slower times, I guess you could say, right now, probably compared to later on, because the track is so dirty. I mean, there's a possibility not, but we'll see. Adam Meyer about to go back through the bus stop. As soon as he does, we'll jump back to Derek Pemberton. Take a look at him. Here he comes down the long straightaway here at Watkins Glen, about to hit the bus stop in his Hunt Brothers pizza car. Big fan of Elliott Sadler, but I'm actually going to give Derek a lot of props for him even racing this, to be honest. That goes to show, you know, with him tearing something in his leg, it's going to be tough to race a road course.
Well, he could be running a controller.
That's a possibility. That's a good possibility. He actually done it plenty of times, so.
Yeah, because it was like within the last year, during season 2, I think is when he got a wheel.
No, he just got his wheel this season, actually.
Yeah, he just got a wheel, so it's like he's basically just going. He's basically going back to something he already knows.
That is true. Jesse Gaby out on track as well. You can see him in his Ford Mustang. One thing about these cars, guys, that we have not mentioned yet is we watched Jesse get ready to work down onto the long straightaway. Maybe you'll see some brake heat as well. Anyway, one thing about these cars, they do have the lower downforce package. If you notice, the wing on the back of the car is a little bit different now compared to what it was before. So that's something to keep in mind here. That lower downforce. I don't know how much of a difference it actually plays on these cars. I guess, you know, I don't know if it's huge or what, but definitely something to keep an eye on here tonight. So I actually got to pop something up on my screen, guys. I'm trying to get a better view of that brake thing. Just bear with me for a second. as we turn it around. There we go. There we go. Should have had that done. But either way, it looks like Derek Pemberton actually jumped to the top of the board. Really? With a 114.472, Jesse Gable will see. Adam Meyer just finished his lap. He actually jumps to second place. And it looks like Jesse Gavey. We'll see if he jumps up here at all. And he will jump to the top of the board with a 114.111. So not bad at all there for him. Mike Bruno coming out on track at 99. As we watch him. And with that, we'll be waiting for him to pull out. Alright, we got about 28 minutes left here in qualifying. It ain't going to take that long to get these guys through here. Looking right now, Mike Bruno's going to be tough, though. I would not be surprised to possibly see him jump up and grab the pole. I'm waiting to see. As the 99 works through the carousel. About to start his green flag lap. Also out on track, Kenton Crossland and Jack Williams. Who is that? Is that Jack actually back there? Well, Jack's driving a different car. I'm not used to seeing him drive that type of car. But Kenton Crossland, you can see him right here in that Rick and Morty paint scheme. About to start his green flag lap. That's a funny looking paint scheme. Out of turn number 8. I believe that's turn number 8. Maybe that's 11. And green flag for the 9 or 15 car of Crossland. He was back with us in season 1 of CFR Championship. Did not race season 2. Came back midway season 3 and will be racing season 4. By the way, for people wondering, the season 4 schedule is going to be released out here in about 2 weeks. That should be pretty cool to see what kind of races we're going to run. Mike Bruno's still out on track as well. Currently have, looks like 3 drivers out on track. So right now we're watching last year's champion Mike Bruno. I don't know why it says New Zealand for it. They're not from Arizona. I don't know why it says that. Here he comes out of the final turn. By the way, the road and I rating, that is for road. It's not for oval. They're way higher in oval than what you see. That is just our road rating. So a lot of guys don't really race a lot of road in here. So Mike Bruno will jump to the top of the board with a 112.921. We'll see who's behind him. Will he jump up? I think that was Jack actually behind him. It was. Jack starting his second lap now. In that NOS Energy number 54 car. Jack raced season 2 and season 1. About to hit the bus stop. You carry so much speed going into that bus stop, though. It's actually insane on how much you actually carry. I don't know if he actually went off track right there either. That was close. If you do go off track, it will not count your lap at all, so you got to be careful not to go off track here. Kenton Crossland qualified in 7th. His lap was really slow. I think he actually possibly ran a slower lap on purpose to start pushing back. I'm surprised he actually ran that slow of a lap. Final turn, Jack gets a little loose. Mike Bruno still with the pole. We'll see if Jack can pick it up here and grab it. And he will be 3rd, knocking Derek Pemberton back one spot. Coming out on track next, I believe we got a couple of Evolution guys. Just waiting to see. We got about 24 minutes left here in practice. Waiting to see who's coming out on track now. Will it be the 4 of Krasinski? Will it be Tyler Cox? Robert Land rolling out. He's going to be super quick here. Somebody to keep an eye on. One of the most cleanest drivers in the league is the 14 of Robert Land. Should be very interesting to see what kind of knot he can pull out here tonight. Him, Mike Bruno, and Kyle Charpentier, all three race super well with each other, and Jeff Newport race super well with each other back at Sonoma. I would not be surprised to see all three of these guys together tonight. It's going to be a little interesting between Kyle and Mike Bruno after the running last couple weeks. I want to speak a little bit about that. A lot of people was upset about it. Kyle was penalized for it and placed on probation for the rest of the season. Although we don't necessarily think he done it on purpose, it's more of just trying to keep them two guys apart from each other just to make sure the racing stays clean. Because the last couple of races have been really ran well. So I really hope that, you know, we'll see that tonight, because them guys really do race well near each other at road courses. Also, Krasinski is out on track. Take a look here in his number 4 Evolution Motorsports Ford Mustang. Robert Land. I'm only seeing 2 people out on track right now.
I think they're doing 3 or 2 or 3 at a time.
Yeah, they usually do 3. I'm wondering if somebody may have skipped.
Derek did.
Adam R actually just dropped connection from TeamSpeak, so hopefully he'll be back in here. We will go and watch Robert Land's lap. Let's take a ride from the cockpit view. Going through the carousel right now. One thing I've noticed about a lot of road guys that is super great at road racing is just how smooth they are on the wheel. I've noticed this for a long time now, even with the, I used to broadcast an IndyCar league where they raced road, and one of the top guys in there that would always win when they raced road. It's just super, super clean. So that's one thing I've noticed. You can see right there, Robert Land jumps to the pole, and you know, I think a lot of that's got to do with being just smooth all the way around. Of course, Krasinski's getting ready to complete his lap, and he probably will jump up top, and he will jump to the top of the board. Not super surprised by that at all. He's actually got a 2870 I rating for road, A-Class 499, currently with a 112.439. That's a really fast lap. A couple other guys have not qualified yet. Joshua Banks, Joe Burchett, or Tyler Cox, or Kyle Charpentier have not qualified. Well, Kyle Charpentier, yeah, I forgot about him. Just about done. These 2 guys are going out, and I think this is the next group we have is the final group that goes out on track.
So
Looks like we have, how many people do we, I'm trying to see how many we actually have. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Looks like we got 15 drivers making a start here. Not bad at all for a road race. Usually it's actually a little bit less than that. A lot of guys ain't a big fan of road, and I can't say I blame them. I'm no good at it, so.
They're not a fan of road, they're a fan of walking the blood.
Yeah, exactly. I love watching the races here, though. I think they're a blast to watch. I mean, I honestly mean that. Justin Krasinski brings it in.
Yep, he did. I might be coming here in December.
That'd be a fun race to go to, though. It would.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be like basically the season closer for IndyCar.
Oh, okay. The Verizon IndyCar series.
Yep.
That'd be fun. See who goes out next. It looks like Joe Burchett pulling out on track. In that swamp dust Toyota Camry. If you all go to swampdust.com and mention you've seen this paint on the broadcast or anywhere, honestly, you get a special little disc or a surprise in your package whenever you place an order. So that's pretty cool. Tyler Cox is also coming out on the track. Take a look here at Tyler. It looks like that is the final 2 coming out. We had actually a couple more guys that was going to run this, but they just was not feeling the road racing. William Kruska being one of them guys. Very good on oval. Not a big fan of road, so he's not running here tonight. Tyler Justice, I'm super surprised he's not here for this race, honestly. I think that's huge, to be honest. Especially with the chase, you know.
Yeah.
Underway. We only got just a few more weeks, I guess you could say, left in the season. So I'm very surprised by that.
This is definitely a good one.
Hear the downshift in Joe's car. Joe's another one of those drivers just is always clean. He's always impressive to watch on the road course. It would not surprise me to see him, Tyler. It wouldn't surprise me to see a couple of these guys that's in the top 5 win this. Mike Bruno, I know that would be a big win for him if he's able to somehow pull out a win here. He's worked a lot on his road. Same as Robert Lamb. Both of them guys has worked quite a bit here on the road. Joe's working through the bus stop. Tyler Cox still also out on the track. We're just watching Joe right now work through the carousel. About to finish up his lap. And then we will get ready to go green here very shortly. Off turn, the last final turn, Joe Burchett. About to put down his lap, and he will jump to the top of the board. Wow, that was a big gain. A 111.892. Tyler Cox.
Yeah, that is a big jump.
We'll see if Tyler can put down a 110. He did put down a 110 in practice. That was practice, and that was with a little bit different setup with more tapes. I don't think we're going to quite see that. It would be interesting to possibly see it, but we'll see right here as he gets right across the start-finish line, and he will jump to the top of the board with a 111.724. As it looks like Joe going to continue on trying to improve his lap. We'll see if he can. Looks like another Tyler Cox, Joe Burchett, and Justin Krasinski battle up front. Can't say I'm super surprised by that here. These guys always seem to find their way up there somehow. Flame shooting out the side of that Toyota is pretty cool. Working through the final turn. We'll see if Joe does improve. Last lap was 11.892. It will not improve as he ran a 112.326. That does go to show you that the times will slow down just a little bit. Tyler Cox also finishing up his lap, coming, looks like through the carousel right now. I think he realized he got the pole, so he's actually going to slow down and not even finish this lap all the way, or just cruise, I guess you could say. So that's going to do it for qualifying, I believe. And Joe Burchett will win the pole. Or, I'm sorry, Tyler Cox will win the pole here at Watkins Glen in that number 18 car. As he's about to creep across the start-finish line. And that will complete qualifying. Nobody else is eligible to qualify, I don't think. So we should be advancing here anytime.
Tyler, he's doing a burnout for winning pole.
I'm not surprised by that.
Classic Tyler.
That is true. We'll take a look here at our grid, and once they actually do hit the grid, we'll take a look at it. I don't want to do it just yet, just in case they line up a little bit different. Once they do, we'll take a look at that. So what we'll do is actually step away and get a commercial break in. We'll be right back for the start of the NRA 212.
I know you're watching, so pay attention. You hate my freedom, my religion, and my country. You hate me for speaking my mind. You try to control me with violence and intimidation. You think you can muzzle me with fear? Don't ever confuse me for my politicians or my media. I am an American, free-born and free-bred, and I will call you out for who you are. An Islamic extremist who would kill me for my beliefs. You don't intimidate me. My freedom is more powerful than anything you can possibly do, and I will never, never surrender my rights to your terror. I will say what I think, worship according to my beliefs, and raise my children how I see fit, and I defend it all with the Second Amendment to the Constitution of the United States. I cower to no one, because I am the National Rifle Association of America, and I am freedom's safest place.
Get ready, going green. Green, green, green!
I want some salt and vinegar wings now. We are back here for the NRA 212. About to kick off as they are starting to grid. Looks like, seeing who's all out there right now.
Almost everybody.
Yeah, I believe everybody started to grid. You know, I'm really liking some of these paint schemes in this.
Some of them, I think it's just random paints that they're finding on green paint.
Yeah, I think so too. Take a look real
Except
fast.
for Tyler's.
Yeah, right. Take a real fast look at our starting grid. It is Tyler Cox and Joe Burchett starting in row number 1. Row number 2, we got Justin Krasinski, Robert Land. Row number 3, Mike Bruno, Jesse Gavey. Row number 4, we got Jack Williams, Derek Pemberton. Row number 5, we got Adam Meyer, David Clark. Row number 6 is John Kelly and Kenton Crossland. Am I missing somebody? Yeah, some of these guys actually not showing because they did not qualify, so that's why. Alright. Looks like
Sharpie.
yeah.
Joshua Bank.
There we go. Yeah, it's not showing him, but they didn't put a lap down, that's why. I want to bring in somebody, I don't know who. Bring in Derek Pemberton.
Yeah, he's middle.
Derek, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, man, round 2, race number 1 of the chase. Somehow, you made it in. You're down to the final 8 before seeing if you can win that elusive championship, that custom diecast of your car. Not only that, a little bit of cash. How much pressure do you think you got on you here tonight?
Yeah, just the pressure of myself is going to be a lot, and the fact that, you know, now I've kind of had some head start looking my way, so I feel like a lot of the pressure is on from myself, just because I feel like, you know, Watkins Glen is one of my better road courses, I think, honestly, so I think I can do a little bit better here.
We know you're in a little bit of pain tonight. How much is that really going to affect your driving style, you think, tonight?
For some of the people that don't know, I have messed up my hip flexor in my right leg. So that is a lot of pain for me to have to get. It doesn't hurt so much when I get on the gas. It's more whenever I got to reach across and go to the brake. And I've tried to do 2 feet driving, and it just ain't working. So I'm going to have to try to drive it one leg tonight, and just I'm going to hope it works. Going through practice, it wasn't that bad. I don't know. I haven't ran a really long run. I think the longest run I've done is like 6 laps, and I really wasn't a whole lot of pain. So hopefully we don't run all 65 green, or else I could be in a little bit of pain. But I think I'll be all right. Just, of course, I guess that means I give myself a little bit more of a chance to, you know, take it easy, not sitting there and wreck the car early in like I usually do at these road courses. So I guess that's the more positive thing.
Why are you winning, by the way?
Well, because
that's right. You changed it. I forgot.
Yeah, I had it. It's been like that since like.
That's right. Real fast, before we get ready to go, how much pressure is going to be on you right here in this restart, being you're starting in the middle?
A lot, because I feel like I'm not going
to try to get out of that and just space out.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, most definitely. I think that's what a lot of people have been talking about doing, is just let's get spaced out on this run, and if we have a yellow, then we can race it out. But if not, then at least we're all spread out, and we'll let the fast guys stick together, and then all of us other guys will just sit back here and try to hang on.
Good luck, man. Good luck.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. 10-4.
Get ready to go here. About to start. Tyler Cox, Joe Burchett up front. As we come off the final turn, the NRA 212 about to get underway. Pace car pulls in. Green flag is in the air as we are racing here at Watkins Glen International Speedway. Joe Burchett with a really good jump there early on. Tyler Cox, though, going to have an inside line going down into 1. He looks like the Ford looking to try to follow suit side by side with Joe Burchett. We'll see what happens and see if he falls in behind. He will fall in behind Joe as we work up to the S's. Right here's another good battle with the 78 and looks like Robert Land. Jesse Gavey now under attack also from that 54 Jackson Williams. Right here's going to be interesting, and going into the bus stop, we'll see what happens. Everybody looking clean so far to get through. David Clark working through. Same as Kyle Charpentier up to 10th now. We'll We'll keep an eye on him and see if him and Mike Bruno get near each other. Mike Bruno currently running in that 4th spot. Right behind him is Robert Land. You see that 99 Bass Pro Chevrolet. Joe Burchett just following suit right now, just logging laps. This is a long race, so no need to push your car. This is actually a super long race. It's about half the size of the Xfinity.
Wasn't one of the Xfinity was here? A Camaro Xfinity car missed the bus stop and then just literally it exploded.
Who was it?
There was a car, one of these Xfinity cars in the actual real NASCAR
Oh,
race.
that's right. Who was that did
bus
that?
stop and it just blew up.
What car was that? I remember that. Like the whole front end just exploded.
Yeah.
I cannot remember that car either.
I can probably look it up.
I know. Yeah, look that up. Jack Williams still running behind Jesse Davey right now. Jack's looking really racy here tonight. I'm going to be honest. He's looking like he may have something for these top 4 guys, top 5. Should I say? Somebody else just got really wide a little bit further back. Kitten Crossland, another one to keep an eye on. Right now running behind Joshua Banks in that 32 car.
Derek Cope.
Oh, okay, yeah. By the way, oh, we got somebody off the pace. David Clark. Wow, that was weird, by the way. He somehow slid. Let's see if we can see this. He actually... Okay, he did... He actually had to go to pits. Looks like he may be okay. I think he actually... Yeah, he's going to pits right now. He should come out and be okay. We'll see if he does or not. He actually didn't get too much damage from that. These guys do have fast repair, I believe, as well. I hope Joe put that on.
Yeah. If Joe didn't put it on, trouble.
We did have a change for the lead up front. Joe Burchett was able to pass Tyler Cox the last time by, taking away that lead. These guys are picking it right where they left off at Sonoma. Right behind him, Justin Krasinski working on him as well. Trust me, Justin is not out of this thing. He will be a battle for these guys. Right behind them, Mike Bruno, Robert Land battling each other. Riding on board with Mike Bruno. See that heat from Robert Land's car on that front brake. You can also notice, we talked a little bit about the downforce package, or the lower downforce package, I guess you can say, and the new aerodynamics on what they did to the car. You notice on the back spoiler is a lot smaller. That takes a lot of downforce off these cars, and it changes the handling of them. I mean, it's like a completely different car that these guys are going to have to learn to drive as this race goes on. And Landon Lacey, I believe, is out of the race. Yeah, he's on pit road hard. He looks like he's got quite a bit of damage. There's Derek Pemberton. He actually did do what he said he was going to do. He fell back. Showing in 12th right now, just logging laps, trying to make it. The first guy that is in the chase in front of him, besides Derek, is all the way up in 7th right now. Kyle Charpentier just got by Jack Williams. He is actually on a move right now, currently sitting actually a little bit faster than Jesse Gavey, 5/10 faster last time by. These guys are teammates. We'll see what happens. You can kind of throw a couple of these guys in here that's affiliated with the team. Jack being one of them, Landon being another one of them guys. Hop on board here. Kyle Charpentier. Still a lot of marbles and stuff being thrown around this track. Got to still finesse the car just a little bit. Up front, we had another change for the lead. Tyler Cox was able to get by Joe Burchett. Both of these guys keep flip-flopping positions, and Justin Krasinski sitting back, figuring out what he's got to do to try to make a run and try to take the lead away. He's definitely going to be there. Our battle right now out on track going to be for the 4th spot. Mike Bruno and Robert Land. Right now you can see the distance between 3rd, 4th, and 5th place. Robert Land's looking a little bit faster. He was just a tad bit faster last time by. We'll see as we ride high above in our blimp right now.
Watkins Glen is a little over 2 miles.
Yeah, it's a long track.
That's
You know,
full course though. That's not just.
Yeah, I actually got that wrong, by the way. I was sitting there thinking this is actually not 212 miles. I think that's what we had it set at. I think it's more like 170.
Yeah.
I believe that's right anyway. I don't know. I can't do math that well. Kyle Charpentier working on the back end of Jesse Gaby. Remember, I did mention these two guys are teammates. Jesse's looking really good entering the bus stop. He struggles a little bit in the center of the bus stop and exit. Gets a little bit too much of the curve there. Almost goes around. We'll see if he's able to hold off his teammate who is charging slowly towards the front here in that 003 car. And Jack actually closed quite a bit there as well. Jack slowly getting faster here. Fastest right now out on track last time by was Tyler Cox. Three of these guys running right near each other.
Yeah, but I think as the race goes on, they're going to spread out.
Robert Land was able to get by Mike Bruno, fourth spot. I'm actually surprised that happened right there. We was not able to see it, but actually surprised that happened. Tyler Cox has led 4 laps. We are on lap 7. Now he's about to work on the 21 car, who is about to go another lap down. Remember he had damage early on in the race. He gets by him. David lets him go. Make sure to check out simplemanCalls.com. We'll have more about that later on, though. See how Justin does. Now, a lap car could be a factor with these guys, honestly.
Yeah.
You know, as the race really does progress, that's where the big things are really going to start to happen. You know, I mean, you just never know on what could really happen. I'm sitting there looking, by the way, Derek Pemberton's really off the pace. When he said he was falling back, he was not lying. Got a good battle here back here for the 10th spot or 9th spot. Kenton Crossland, Adam Myers, Joshua Banks, all within striking distance of each other. The 32 wants to move up here, past his teammate of Evolution. Don't know if he's going to be able to do it just yet. As last time by, Adam Myers was 2 seconds slower, actually. Wow. Then Kenton and Joshua. So we'll see what happens here. Up through the S's where they carry some of the most speed of the track. And then right here down this long straightaway they carry a lot of the speed as well. Anybody in the comments, let us know who you think is going to win this race. Let us know how many drivers will finish the race. We're already down to 13 drivers on the lead lap. John Kelly not too far from going to lap down as well. A lot of battles all over the track, though. Really, I mean, yeah, they're spaced out like their own groups, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a good battle between the 54 and the 78.
Yeah, that's what I'm watching right now.
For 7th position.
78 has it. Jack's been on Jesse quite a bit, just unable to get by him. I want to mention real fast, if this gap closes, I will go straight to it. Kyle Charpentier and Mike Bruno running 5th and 6th. This is where the drama could happen. We'll keep a really close eye on this. As you can see Kyle Charpentier working through the S's, just exit S's. Right up in front of him is Mike Bruno. We'll go high above in our blimp cam. You can see the 99 working through the S's. Keep your eye on the bus stop, I'm sorry. Before this race is over, that bus stop will be black. Same as turn 1. Yeah. We'll have a lot of rubber down. You can see the distance. A lot of the guys still near each other. This right here, Kyle Charpentier about to try to pass the 21. David Clark. David's getting a lot of experience, though. He's not super, like, he's been on iRacing for a while. His road as the 04, John Kelly's off 54, almost gets into him. Jack Williams, he's going to go around. We'll see if a caution gets thrown. No, he's going to continue on, so no caution will get thrown for that. But Jack's going to have to work his way back up there. He'll be fine.
I think part of it was
he actually
no
overdrove.
He drove away. He had nobody around him, and he was not on the racing group.
Yeah, for people wondering, when you race on a road course, if you have cautions on, it only throws local cautions. You manually have to throw a big caution. The only way a big caution gets thrown is if an in-race admin throws it. The only way we throw it is if the wreck is multiple cars in a certain area. That will be the only way that we'll actually throw the caution. So, and really with these guys spacing out like they're starting to, I don't see a big need right now to have that happen. I'm going to tell you right now who's running away with this thing. And wait, Joe Burchett is really, he fell back to fourth now. Now he's in the grass. Yeah, he's got a little bit of trouble going on.
I want to say Tyler is going to pick up and rumble that.
Yeah, Joe really off the pace here. I think he actually spun a few laps ago.
Yeah. That's usually what the case is.
Well, this is going to be interesting for him. Just looking at the times right now, I'll tell you who's fast. Robert Land's super fast right now. He's actually slowly closing the gap on Justin Krasinski. Last time by, he was a little bit faster, 0.3. Faster than Krasinski was. Robert Land was faster 0.3 last time than Krasinski. There we go. Jesse Gaby looking to have a solid night here. Looking to try to stay above the cutoff. With Tyler Justice not being out here tonight, he's looking good. I mean, you've got to stay above Derek Pemberton and Tyler Justice, who's not here. So, really, that's the thing with this chase that we haven't mentioned, is with 8 spots now in the chase, we're going to have 2 cutoff at the end of the 3rd round, which is in 2 weeks now. And with Justice not being here, Justice has to get in here and actually try to run and win, honestly. Or very luckily have Derek have a really bad race and he have a really good race. Or somebody like that, whether it be Derek or whatever. So it's something, to think about as the race goes on anyway. Alright guys, we'll step away. Be right back as we continue green flag here at Watkins Glen for the NRA. Don't want to say 212, but I'm going to say 170.
Yeah.
Get ready, going green. Green, green, green.
know you're watching, so pay attention. You hate my freedom, my religion, and my country. You hate me for speaking my mind. You try to control me with violence and intimidation. You think you can muzzle me with fear? Don't ever confuse me for my politicians or my media. I am an American, free-born and free-bred, and I will call you out for who you are. An Islamic extremist who would kill me for my beliefs. You don't intimidate me. My freedom is more powerful than anything you can possibly do, and I will never, never surrender my rights to your terror. I will say what I think, worship according to my beliefs, and raise my children how I see fit, and I defend it all with the Second Amendment to the Constitution of the United States. I cower to no one, because I am the National Rifle Association of America, and I am freedom's safest place.
We are back here for the NRA 170, we'll call it. Looks like right now out front, Tyler Cox still leading James Hebb by now 5 seconds. That gap's growing a little bit. Last time by, Krasinski. Did I just say James Hebb?
I think so.
I think I did too. Sorry, I seen my phone say his name. Krasinski currently second right now, behind Tyler Cox. With a little bit faster lap last time by. Actually, I take it back. He was a little bit slower last time by. Tyler just finally hit the 113s. Our top 4 guys running 113s. Joe Burchett was our fastest last time by. Something to keep an eye on. These guys, Delaney, should be pitting here soon, I would guess.
Yeah, I'd rather pit soon so I beat the rush.
I don't know what happened to Robert Land there. Looking.
He like dropped right off.
Yeah, I don't know if he just let Joe go. That's what I'm thinking. But I've seen a lot of, something must have happened to his wheel or something. But he did fall back and lose his spot. I don't know what exactly happened with that, but. We're thinking these guys have to pit around lap 20 or so, I would guess. Give or take a little bit on that. If that's the case, somebody's going to try to stretch this on 2 stops. I guarantee it.
Yeah, you'll have to stretch.
Yeah, they'll have to try to get over lap 20 here. So around lap 22 or so. Then stretch it again on 22. Another 22 lap run. We'll see if it's possible.
Yeah.
That could be big. That's a good possibility. Tires is also going to be big. You may not have to take tires your first stop. We'll see about that. Some guys probably will. I think some guys will. The gap's slowly closing for Tyler Cox, now back to 5.2 with Krasinski. But a good battle right here. This is a battle for 7th. Jesse Gavey, Kenton Crossland. Riding on the nose right now of that number 15 car. Riding behind the, what paint scheme is he running? Ecotech Marine, I believe. 78 Ecotech Marine, or is that the Coral car?
Corals. Okay. It's a Coral car.
78 really pushing it right there. He got a little sideways coming out of that final turn. We'll see if it pays off. He did pull out ahead just a little bit there. I noticed his lap times were really slow last time. This time a little bit faster. He may actually ran off track last time. 15 is going to drive right by him right there as 78 goes wide, has to brake so he won't get in the grass. Will give up the 7th position to Kenton. Kenton right now is looking really fast too. He's honestly right there with our top 5.
Kenton is a road course guy.
Yeah, he knows how to road race. You're right about that. Continue watching Mike Bruno. Reason why, guys, for people that don't know, it might be new watching the broadcast or something. For 2 weeks now, Mike Bruno, Kyle Charpentier has made trouble for each other. Both have taken each other out at the race. And there's been a little bit of, back and forth between both teams of AC, and we got somebody coming down pit road. Joe Burchett making a pit stop on lap 18.
Joe.
See, I think that right there tells you somebody else is on pit road as well, Kyle, or Justin Krasinski. I think that tells us right there that they're not going to be able to make this on 2 stops. I would expect Kyler to come down pit road as well here very soon. But yeah, a little bit about that. There's been a little bit of hate, I guess you could say, going back and forth between the 2 teams of Kyle Charpentier and AC Motorsports and MT Motorsports. Hopefully it's worked its way out. There was some penalties issued after last week's race for Kyle Charpentier. No qualifying for this race and at EOL no matter what happened. So, but it didn't hurt him too much. He's up to 4th. Reason why that was put there was just to try to keep these guys apart a little bit longer than what we expected. So, by the way, did you happen to see any of that race today?
No, I was stuck inside a shopping mall.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna be completely honest. That, my personal opinion, I don't know. I don't care who won. Joey Logano won, and he's done a good job on winning. Well, real fast. Tyler Cox is on pit road. But to be completely honest, that race was probably one of the worst races I've seen this year. It was really boring. I'm sorry. That was a boring race, which Richmond always kind of is most of the time, especially the day race. Kyle Charpentier stayed out. He will lead a lap, which is big for him because it helps in team point-wise. Kenton Crossland stayed out. See, now, somebody that may take a chance would be Kenton.
Yeah, he
has nothing to lose.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if anybody's willing to take a chance, it would be him. Now, we don't think he's going to be able to make 22 laps. I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think that's kind of a stretch. And by the way, just to let everybody know, everybody did take 4 tires. So far from what I see, Derek Pemberton's still on pit road right now. Or pit stop. Oh yeah, he just hit pit road, I'm sorry. Yeah, everybody has took 4 tires, it looks like. Looks like the 003 coming down as well. Kenton Crossland, did he just get, what happened to him? How did he get passed by Tyler already? Kenton Crossland coming out of pit road. So yeah, that's going to right there. That's going to tell us that this is definitely going to be a 3-stop race. That last stop's going to be huge. All these guys that have pitted so far are fastest pit stop. Well, you can see it right there on the screen as our leader is on pit road. Fastest pit stop right now looks to go to the 99 of Mike Bruno to 13.90. Waiting to see, and I lied. Kyle Charpentier with a 13.55. So that's big. And then Kenton Crossland still on pit road. Been on it for 19 seconds. I wonder if something's going on with him. Okay, I don't know why it's still showing him actually going here. His stop was actually not that long. It looks like his stop was actually only 14.1. So, no, I lied. His stop was 28 seconds long. Yeah, so he's just now going out. Don't know what happened there. Somebody off track. That is the one of Derek Pemberton. Off track who actually towed, which is not a smart idea. We'll get a replay of this. Not sure why he towed. I think he towed just so he wouldn't pull out in front of anybody. I don't know if I would have towed though. I mean, not with. I understand you don't want to cause a wreck, but at the same time, you're in the chase. I don't think I would have towed for that. That's just one of the things, I guess, that I would have to be in that situation. Yeah, I give him credit for not pulling out and causing a wreck, but you know, I think the chances of you hit somebody, especially, you know, with communication and stuff, fairly slim. So I think I possibly would have stayed out. Either way, I just want to know the gap is really closing on Tyler Cox now. 4.3 back. Krasinski, he's took a second so far off that lead. but Tyler Cox put down one of the fastest laps just a second ago of the race. 1.11.898. That is the fastest lap of the race so far. So he just ran out on lap 20. So we'll see if them laps keep picking up or what happens. Once again, he ran, looks like another 111, if that's right. Is that right? Yes, 111. Wow. 111.928 last time by. Not bad at all. That gap's really spreading out now. I'm just looking through the field right here. There's a good battle. The 32, Joshua Banks and Kenton Crossland going at it. It's a battle for the 9th position. 32 peeked to the inside of the 15. He's not going to be able to get there just yet. Just looking right now, that is our closest battle out. We are going to have a battle here soon, possibly for second with Joe Burchett and Justin Krasinski. We work through the turn number 1. Joshua Banks has such good drive off. Like, his car really hooks up, especially in turn 1. It gets a little sideways there up through the S's, but he's going to be able to control it and keep going. But that was really impressive to see that kind of drive off in turn 1. That's really going to help him with the launch out of a lot of these turns. We'll see what it does here in the bus stop. Yeah, about even there in the bus stop. A little bit maybe better drive off. Kenton gets in really good. Now he's actually blinking. I don't actually see him. Now he's back. The gap is closing. I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's something really bad about road races is like when you're blinking, you can't just hold a line. You're all over the place. Especially,
you know, if it lags a little bit on your screen as well. Got a good battle happening up front for second place. Joe Burchett has ran down Justin Krasinski. That is a battle for second place now. Joe was up front for a little bit of this race, and unfortunately something happened there. And looking like almost contact there with the 4 and the 21. And I got word, by the way, the reason why Derek actually towed was his legs started really throbbing really bad. And that's actually what caused him to wreck. So he just went ahead and parked his car for the remainder of the race, I do believe. Probably a smart move with that, honestly. He's just got to keep in mind that he is going to be on that cut line. He's going to have to really buckle down next week and, you know, focus on trying to move up a little bit here as this, you know, races continue and stuff like that for the chase. Hopefully he gets better before next week. That's pretty big. That's a big injury to have. You know, I don't know. I've never had nothing like that for iRacing. I don't know how bad it would really affect you, honestly. I'm sure it would still hurt though, especially if you tore something in your leg. I mean, I tried to race earlier at my shoulder, and I don't know what's going on with my shoulder, but I had trouble turning. So, well, Joe's caught the back end of Krasinski.
Yeah, see that.
It's a good battle here
and
for
Tyler
second.
Cox is back at the front.
Yeah, he's going right now. 6.8 seconds. You did. I can't even lie. You did. And just let everybody know, next week does not really get much easier for these guys. Who's that walking? Actually, I'll take it back. It does get a little bit easier. We're going to Chicagoland next week. That's going to be a fun race.
Oh, yeah.
Chicagoland's always fun. That was one of our cleanest races last season as well. So I think we'll have like 3 cautions. So it should be a fun race. And then Kentucky, that's another fun race. So the schedule actually does get a little bit easier from here. As we watch the battle right now, just let everybody know what our remaining schedule is. Chicagoland next week, May 14th, we go to Kentucky. May 21st, we go to Texas. Indianapolis is in May 28th. That's going to be a fun race, by the way. Bristol, June 4th. I thought we raced Bristol. No, we had not. June 4th. And then Homestead, our final race, June the 11th. And that wraps up our season for season 2. So, or season 3, I'm sorry. So, some good races still left. And really, after this race, the whole schedule itself really pans out. And it makes some very good, interesting racing over the next, 5 races or so. Before the chase. Joe Burchett goes wide after he just got around to 4, and he's going to get passed again by Krasinski after working around him. So that was not the way he had that planned.
Yeah, definitely not.
Looking through the field.
Oh, John Kelly into that inside wall at the bus stop.
Hard into it as well. Yeah, you're right. He's got quite a bit of
he had a
damage.
little bit of contact with Tyler Cox going through the narrow.
Oh,
part
yeah,
of that.
you're right. We're watching right now. Okay, so what happened, it looked like the 04 was actually going to go, it looks like, around anyway, and Tyler Cox just helped him the rest of the way. He wanted to give him a helping hand. The question is going to be, what does that do to the front end of that 18
It
car?
didn't look like it damaged it.
I'm looking right now. I'm actually on the rear chase. I see a little bit of damage on the right front fender. I don't think it's going to slow him down, though, as far as speed-wise goes. I think he'll be okay. With the 6-second lead, I think he can do that a little bit. And also, Joe Burchett gets back around the 4, about the same place where the 4 got around him. But now the 4 is all on the back bumper. This 97 going up through the S's. We'll see if Krasinski can outbrake Joe going into the bus stop. Don't know if that's going to happen, honestly. One thing I'll say about Joe, and Krasinski's an excellent road racer. Joe knows Watkins win, like, honestly. If this was a different place, I think Krasinski would be right up there with the win. But honestly, Joe and Tyler both are so good here. It's insane. Honestly, I think if this was any other track, I think Krasinski would possibly have the win. But here at Watkins Glen, I mean, Joe is so talented. Same as Tyler, both of them so good here. And I'm going to be honest, with this win, Tyler Cox is going to be locked into the next round automatically.
Yeah.
So, if you win, you're automatically locked into the next round of the chase. So, if Tyler does happen to hold on and win, that's going to be big. And honestly, really looking, we got 4. 4 of our top 5 is chase drivers. Tyler Cox, Joe Burchett, Justin Krasinski's not, Robert Landon, and Mike Bruno. And honestly, guys better be lucky Justin did not make the chase because where he joined late in the season. Because if so, he would be up front for the lead as well. To have a chance on trying to win a championship. So far, Delaney, honestly, who are you most impressed with? I know there's a couple guys that's not in here, Curtis Martin and people like that, a few guys that's not. Who are you most impressed with, honestly, this season?
Turpy.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. I think that's, honestly, I'm super impressed with that. I think I'm impressed with him. I'm really impressed with Robert Land. Not super, I'm not super impressed with him because he always up there. He was in the Final Four last year for the chase. A couple other guys really stand out. I know Joshua Banks and Adam Myers way better than what they're sitting right now.
Yeah. But I don't think ropes are their thing.
No, I agree completely. So, I mean, there's a couple guys. By the way, Landon Lacey back out on the track. He's actually only 1 lap down. Is that right?
Yeah, he's 1 lap down.
Why did I thought he was like 6. Wow. Haven't spoke a lot about Landon.
Well, cut that 6 in half. Or
a little bit more, yeah. You can see that 24 car. I love that paint scheme, by the way. I think he actually made that paint scheme himself. Panasonic on that side of that 24 car. Me and him,
must be Panasonic monitors or something that he's using.
Yeah, he's a huge Gordon fan, and almost every paint he runs is a Gordon paint scheme. And Gordon had a Panasonic on his car one time, I believe.
Sounds just like somebody else I know.
Yeah, and he done a good job on that paint scheme. I think that's one of the best looking paint schemes out here, honestly. There's a couple of good ones out here. I actually like this quite a bit. Joe Richett's paint scheme. See his Swamp Dust. Before Justin Krasinski. Just to let you know, Joe Richett was faster than earlier last time by. Robert Land, Mike Bruno. His paint's really nice. I always like the Bass Pro Shop top paints. You know, this right here is starting to become a battle. Kyle Sharpetier's slowly catching Mike Bruno. We'll see if he's able to get there. Jesse's is a nice paint. Of course, you got a good forward one as well. You know, honestly, out of all these, I mean, and I really mean this, I think out of all these, I think my favorite paint, honestly, I think it's John Kelly's.
Yeah, that,
I love that paint.
Monster and Haas CNC.
I love the way it looks. It looks great.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, we're going to step away again for a break, and we'll be back in time for pit stops. Should be coming here in about 8 or so laps, 8 or 9 laps. Be right back.
I know you're watching, so pay attention. You hate my freedom, my religion, and my country. You hate me for speaking my mind. You try to control me with violence and intimidation. You think you can muzzle me with fear? Don't ever confuse me for my politicians or my media. I am an American, free-born and free-bred, and I will call you out for who you are. An Islamic extremist who would kill me for my beliefs. You don't intimidate me. My freedom is more powerful than anything you can possibly do, and I will never, never surrender my rights to your terror. I will say what I think, worship according to my beliefs, and raise my children how I see fit, and I defend it all with the Second Amendment to the Constitution of the United States. I cower to no one, because I am the National Rifle Association of America, and I am freedom's safest place.
Time Attack about to come to iRacing. That's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to that myself, along with the new UI and stuff like that. It's going to be really fun. So, during the break, I went and I talked to a lot of different drivers. I spoke to almost every team. Spoke to Brian Long from Evolution Motorsports with his team. He is the owner of that team. He said most people are doing really good, as we just watched Joshua Banks run really wide. He said most of his drivers are not complaining too much about the car. He said the only problem was Justin Krasinski was having a lot of trouble, as we see Justin coming down pit road. He was having a lot of trouble entering the bus stop and getting out. That's where he was losing most of his time. So that's something to keep an eye on from the number 4 car as the race continues. He is on pit road now. I went up and I spoke with AC Motorsports, Kyle Charpentier. I also spoke with Jack, who's up there with him, and Landon Lacey. All of them said pretty much the car's good. They said it's a little loose for them, what their experience. Kyle said he really is enjoying the setup. He said he's actually really having fun driving the car. He said it's super fun for him. He's having to work the wheel a little bit, but he's loving it. I didn't get a chance to speak to Mike Bruno. He's not in the team speak, so I didn't get to speak to him. Joe Burchett was another one. I spoke to him. Said the car's handling good. He said he's actually getting loose as the run continues. Who's coming up pit road now in the 97 Toyota Swamp Dust car. He said the car is really loose on the long run for him. It's a little bit different from what we're hearing from his, I guess you could say, top rival, I guess you could say, in Jesse Gavey, who is currently running in the 6th spot. Jesse said the car is actually plowing a lot on the exits of the turns, wanting to slide up, and he's having trouble actually keeping it on the bottom where he wants it to turn. So a lot of that's probably just got to do with tire issues and stuff like that as the run goes. But that was I guess you could say a pit report from all these guys. We did not get to interview Tyler Cox. He's in another session by himself, so I didn't want to interrupt him while he's out front. But I think that was some good information there that we learned from a lot of these guys. There was a couple other guys I guess I probably could interview. Kenton. Oh, speaking of that, Kenton Crossland, I talked to him. We seen him on pit road earlier and why he lost so many spots and why the pit stop took so long. He actually had a speeding penalty on pit road and had to come back down pit road. So that explains a lot of issues with what's going on with him. He said the car's fine. He said he's not really having too much trouble. He said he actually prefers it on the long run. So I'm not super surprised to hear him say that. Honestly, he's one of those guys that can drive the car on really long runs compared to a lot of people. So some interesting stuff being told by all these drivers right now. Tyler Cox on pit road right now as well. Looking right now, seeing who's got the fastest pit stop. Landon Lacey's just now exiting his box. That's a big stop for him. He's going to have to get out and try to pull away a little bit from Tyler Cox. Fastest time so far that's been on pit road, I don't think Mike Bruno has not been in this one. I think count is. Looks like Tyler Cox went to 14.2 as this race does continue here. What's good about Tyler right there, where he pulled out right in front of his teammates, so there ain't going to be much of an issue there. Robert Land did stay out still. He's out front leading this race. Should be coming down pit road in that number 14 car. Mike Bruno currently second, even though the ticker shows third, is where it has not transferred over. It should be transferring here in just a second, though. As I thought we had an issue right there. Tyler Cox right on the bumper right now of that 99 car. As we work through the final turn here at Watkins Glen, I believe Mike Bruno is going to come to pit road this time. So yeah, Delaney, that right there goes to show us right there by itself. Nobody was making this on two stops.
Yeah.
I mean, we thought there was a possibility of that happening. It's not happening. I mean, now they got to go. I don't know. Right now, Robert Land may be the one trying it. I don't think so. He's still out there on the track. I don't think he's going to try it. He would have to go another 28 laps if he was to pit here. So I don't think we'll see that. Oh, Jesse Gavey really off the pace. Just gets past. I don't know what happened. He must have overshot the bus stop. And John Kelly was also in the grass. I noticed that as well. Yeah, he's just overshot. He'll be all right, but we also see the 04 back there as well. We'll see what happened to him, as I think that was the second time. Let's see if he gets loose in the same area. Yeah, he does. He just gets loose and drives it into the sand trap. Don't make contact with the wall, which is good for him. Actually gets off there. Somebody else. Who is that? Kyle Charpentier way off the pace. He's back on track now, as he's going to be bringing it to pit road. I believe that car's just gotten a little bit too tight for him. Robert Land also on pit road now. So all that's going to cycle back through to Tyler Cox. Just looking out on track. Trying to see what the closest battle actually is. Kenton Crossan trying to run up Jesse Gavey. Right behind Kenton is the 24 of Landon Lacey, who is a lap down. Jesse by himself though. Kenton trying to run Jesse down now. These are pretty close, about 2 seconds apart. Up front, we got a little bit closer battle than this. The 4 of Krasinski has caught the back end of the 4 car, about a second difference between these guys, second and a half. Gotta be careful working near some of the slower cars here. That's where a lot of your issues can happen. One thing I've noticed, Krasinski's kinda, or Charpentier should I say, he's kind of kept his gap from Mike Bruno. Of course, I'm saying that. And, right there, Mike Bruno, I thought was off the pace. Somebody was off the pace back there. The 21 of David Clark, who is currently in 13th right now. But, yeah, I think Charpentier's realizing, I don't need to get up here race with Mike too much, knowing that something could come out of it, and I think it's a good thing to keep these 2 guys apart. Yeah, he is faster right now. Actually, no, I take it back. Bruno was faster last time by.
Yeah, it's such a big track, you can't really tell who's in. Power Cox has a 9-second lead.
Yeah, what's been interesting about Tyler Cox, though, he has been flawless. Like,
yeah.
He has yet to make one mistake that I've seen. That's where it's impressive, honestly. I mean, if you think about it, that's tough to do, especially here. Usually you have 1 or 2 mistakes a race, something like that. We've seen Joe have a mistake earlier. Krasinski's had a couple mistakes where he's ran too wide in the corner. Tyler, on the other hand, I haven't seen him do nothing like that. So I don't know. Got 25 laps remaining, so that's definitely going to put us in a 1-stop window. These drivers can make their stop within the next, well, they can go about 5 more laps before they have to stop. Well, they'll probably split that run up for about, 10 or so laps before you'll see some of these guys in the back start making their way for their final pit stop. Thought I seen a pass. No, I did not. Jesse Gavey, Jack Williams. Actually, I did see a pass. Jack got passed by Jesse Gavey for the 7th spot. Okay. These guys are starting to catch each other a little bit then. These guys are about to go a lap down, Jack and Jesse both, and that's going to allow Kenton to be battling with those guys as well. I'm starting to notice somebody's time's picking up a lot, and that is this guy right here. Joe Burchett's times are really starting to pick up a little bit. Let's hop on board and ride with Tyler for a lap and see. Going up through the long straightaway right now, about to hit to the bus stop. Something else Tyler has done, Delaney, that's been really working to his advantage is traffic. He's just caught traffic, and everybody's been really generous tonight, though. That's kind of surprising, honestly. Everybody's not really racing each other. I think, honestly, they just want to... these guys love road course racing, though. Honestly, it's a lot of workout for them. They love it. Yeah, it's not the most exciting racing, let's be honest.
It mixes it up.
Yeah, it really does.
Too.
And I think that's why they like it so much. It's not the most exciting racing from a broadcast standpoint, I'll say that, because it does space out, especially with only 15 or 16 people. But it is fun to watch, honestly, it is. You know, to see the talent these guys take. We're still riding with Tyler right now, but he's caught these guys at the right spots. And like I said, everybody's being generous with each other. Nobody's crashing into each other like we've seen, you know, in the past and stuff. A lot more calm here tonight than what I really expected. I think the only issue we really had on track was that Tyler had that could have been a little bit of a scare for him was John Kelly. Exactly, and I think that was the only scare that he's really had. I think everybody else has been the same. We had David Clark spin out. We had a couple people do small things here and there, just, you know, normal road racing stuff. But I think that's part of it. You know, you're always going to have, you know, people go laps down. Everybody. I mean, go watch an IMSA race and see how long that, you know, have to fill the lap down within the first 5 hours of a 24-hour race. So, you know, that's just part of racing on a road course. You are going to have a lot of guys that's not used to road racing that does go laps down.
Still a 9-second lead over for Chet.
I'm really hoping Kyle and Mike get near each other. I'm going to be honest. I really want them to get near each other because I want to see what happens with them, guys. I'm hoping they get near each other and race with each other to calm things down for next week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly want that to happen. I think that's a good way to patch stuff up is by getting near each other and racing with each other. Looking at Jesse Gaby's front tire, reason why we keep watching that, you can see some of the brake rotor light up right there. That is the most, whoa, he gets a little bit of grass there, but that is the most brake rotor I've actually seen glow red into the bus stop. So he's using quite a bit of brake right now as compared to some of these other guys that's out on track. There's Tyler Cox, you can see him right now. He's about to go into the next to final turn. We'll be watching his brakes here as he gets ready. We'll watch him. We'll watch this all the way down to turn 1, because here's where it could get interesting. Jesse right in front of him. Jesse's actually still on the lead lap, which is very impressive right now. Especially he don't like road that much, so it's good to see Jesse. As I thought I heard him right just now, but maybe not. Watch the brakes here. See him glowing really bright orange as Jesse once again goes wide. We'll see what Tyler does. These two guys are teammates. I don't think Jesse's going to hold him up. Tyler's been really clean with everybody tonight, so I would not expect Jesse to hold Tyler up at all. Jesse will probably just move out of the way and let his teammate go. And yeah, he's just going to go wide here, it looks like. And I say that, and he does not go and give it up easy. He's trying to stay on the lead lap. I don't think that's a great idea. I wouldn't hold Tyler up too much, as he'll be patient with his teammate a little bit longer than most people. But yeah, right there, 78's going to go wide and let him go there. I think that's a good move. Good pass there, and great job by Jesse just to let him go and not lose too much time. Reason why we did see Jesse do that is because Jack's really right behind him, running a little bit faster laps than Jesse, so that could be an issue here as the race goes on. We may have a battle there for the 7th spot here very soon. Just looking right now. Kenton Crossland right here in a mix of things. Trying to run on Jack, who's going into turn 1. You see that brake is blowing as well on that Toyota. The gap closed quite a bit there, though. It's closed to 2nd so far for Joe Burchett. I say that, it's starting to go back up just a little bit. A lot of that may have to do with lap traffic. Now, here we go. Tyler Cox catching John Kelly again, going into the bus stop. Oh, almost cuts him off. John Kelly's going to cut the grass in half and mow it a little bit, but you know, that was smart, though. He had a chance to actually overdrive and possibly take out the leader, but we're going to have a battle right here with Jesse and Jack. That is a battle for 7th.
There is a battle coming up between Joe Burchett and Justin Krasinski. They're about 4 seconds apart.
Okay, something else we'll go to as well. Still watching the battle for 7th right now. Jesse and Jack Williams going at it. Going into the final turn. Here comes Jack looking to the inside. Gets a little loose. Maybe collects a little bit of the apron there. These guys are in fill window now, so they can make their stop now, and they will be good to go to the end. Delaney, do you want to make it earlier, or do you want to make it later?
I would say earlier the better.
I would agree with that as well. I think I would agree. Still watching these two guys battle up through the S's right now. Going into the bus stop, no mistakes can be made. One mistake by any of these guys and they will either lose a spot or take a spot or fall back further than what they are. Jack looks really good in the carousel.
Yeah.
He lost a little bit on the exit right there. Loses about 6 car lengths on the 78. His car is really hugging the bottom though when he goes into all these corners. I've noticed that every corner he's going into, he's not pushing up the track any. Right there, he gets a run. That's going to allow him to take that spot away. But Jesse is coming up pit road. That does open up that window. So we are seeing our first stop, and that, you called it earlier. Tyler Cox finally goes wide in turn 1. It's not going to hurt him, but he does go wide.
9-second lead. I don't think that's going to be going anywhere.
That has actually changed, by the way. That is now a 16-second lead as Joe Burchett is on pit road.
Yeah. There is quite a gap.
Yeah, there really is. And that gap will shorten a little bit once Joe comes back out and that cycles through, but question is going to be, when does this 18 come to pit road?
That's.
I believe I would be doing that. I believe I would be doing that now, honestly, just to get it out of the way. Or do you want to wait and see and make sure everybody else starts to pit just in case? I mean, I don't think anybody's going to try it, to be honest, but you know, I'm pretty sure nobody has enough to make it to the end. People out there are wondering, the next time we will be live will be Tuesday. Be broadcasting the Oval Simple Man game calls from Talladega. You can see right here, you'll be able to see David Clark, who is in this race at the fun track at Talladega Super Speedway. That's going to be a fun race. They do race the Cup cars. So yeah, be sure to check that out Tuesday night as we go some Super Speedway racing. And also check out SimpleManCalls.com. You know, they're not even a sponsor of us, and I'm giving them plugs. That should tell you I actually do believe in that. Also, guys, for people out there wondering, we actually started something new for Centerforce. You have a chance to get your company. I'm only doing this for small business. I don't want to do it for like a big business or something like that. But we started a thing for Centerforce TV where you can, once a week, we'll have a featured company on our broadcast. That will be if you got a commercial, a logo, or something like that, it will be on our broadcast. You don't have to pay nothing for it, but you got to be a small company, like I said, or if you're a paint company or something. I think it's a good opportunity for people to get their name out. If you're interested, write me on Facebook. Facebook.com CFR TV is our Facebook page, or you just type in Centerforce TV and it'll pop it up as well. I think that's a good opportunity for a lot of people to get more their name out there a little bit more as well. Because we do get quite a few broadcasts, even, you know, when we're live, we don't have a ton of people watching them, but a lot of people go back and watch them after. I've had 80 views, 90 views on a couple of mine. I think we got over 400 views on a couple of races from this year. So, definitely check it out. Looking. Well, there's a little battle right there heating up. But I think it's because 15 extra pits. Now we got a big group of cars here. This is going to get fun. We got 4 cars, nose to tail. Joe Burchett, Jesse Gravy, the 15 of Kenton Crossland, and Kyle Charpentier. 2 of these guys are teammates. And actually, I'll take it back. Joe and Kent are teammates. And Jesse and Kyle are teammates. So this is fun. One mistake and this could be a big pileup and we'll have to throw a caution. I don't want to do that, but you know, just gotta make sure.
I'm surprised Curtis Martin isn't anywhere around here.
Well, that just hurt Joe. I don't know what happened. Joe Burchett plowed the wall going into the carousel. Wheel hop. We'll take a look above. That is exactly what happened. He wheel hopped going into the turn and couldn't save it and drives it into the tire barrier on the outside. It's not going to hurt him, I don't think, with that, but definitely not what he wanted. Yeah, Curtis actually let me know that he may not make it tonight, so that's why he's not here. I'm actually surprised he wasn't here as well. Usually Hal Stevens, by the way, everybody knows, joins us on Sunday. He had an emergency pop up, and he is not here as well.
Yeah, I was actually surprised I was able to make it, and Tyler Cox is now on.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised you guys too. I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of glad you are because
you would have been bored.
Yeah, I would have been bored. Everybody knows I'm honest when it comes to, even this is my league, and I would have been bored. I mean, there hasn't been a whole. There's been a little bit of action going on,
yeah,
but you know,
not
a ton.
All over the track. Yeah, Oh, Curtis is watching the stream. He said out with injury.
Yeah, yeah. His back's really messed up right now, so hopefully it gets better, buddy. I'm glad you're watching, though. A lot of people's injured. I got a funny story. Did I tell you? Like, okay, so Tyler is sick. He can barely talk. It's going to be an interesting interview, by the way.
And he has a broken back.
Yeah, he's got like a, you know, everybody knows about Tyler. He's got a cracked spine or something. Hoping everything goes
Curtis is with his back, too. He just said he has a pinched nerve in his lower
That's
back.
what's wrong with my shoulder. Oh, Joe Burchett.
Everybody has, it's like
injuries.
Everybody in this league,
yeah,
in back problems.
Something's wrong right now. So what I was saying, Tyler's sick and a back problem. Derek Pemberton with his leg, that torn flex muscle. Me with my shoulder.
My feet are sore.
You've been standing on your feet all day. You're about dead from standing. Curtis is out. I mean, there's like 6 or 7 people that don't feel that great.
We should get sponsored by Advil or ibuprofen.
Right. That would be great. I'm not gonna lie, that would be great.
I'm like, everybody in this league should get a lifetime supply based on how many of us actually need it. There's only 6 cars on the lead lap.
Or Goody's headache powder would be good too.
I don't think.
I have headaches.
A lot now.
Oh, at the end of the races, I have headaches. Joe Burchett does get around Kyle Charpentier. That is a battle for the 5th spot. Still side by side going down this long straightaway. They both passed Mike Riddle, who's in pit road now. Kyle Charpentier has not pitted yet. Going down into turn 1. It's a good battle here. Joe Burchett almost loses it beside Kyle. Great job on save it. We'll get a replay of that because that was an amazing save. I don't want to say that's save of the year, but it is save of the year material. One more look on board of 97. Woo! I don't know who has the best save this year. We've seen a lot. That's going to be a hard one to choose. I got to go back and watch the broadcast, but there's a couple of them I do know. For people that are wondering, we're going to have the awards posted up on our new website once I get it made. It'll show the list of awards we're giving out for this season. Save of the Year is just one of them we always give away. And Rookie of the Year. Driver of the Year is a new one for this season.
Race to Forget.
Race to Forget award. Delaney was unfortunate enough to have that. Woo! Kyle Charpentier, what a save. Oh, my.
Sharpie, I think, is going to get Save of the Year because he's had some amazing saves.
He has.
New Hampshire. He's had a couple. He had a couple good ones at New Hampshire.
Yeah, New Hampshire was amazing. Let's ride on board here with Kyle Charpentier. I don't know how he saved this car. right in front of Joe Burchett. Oh my, I think that was the best save he's had this year.
And it was a pass. He actually passed Joe.
That was amazing. Now look at it, Joe Burchett actually gets back by him, but that was amazing. I'm not going to lie. That was a great save by that 003 car. Has Justin been on pit road yet? I don't think so. He's 16 seconds
I don't
behind.
think so, but Tyler has.
Joe has as well. Yeah, Joe has as well. So I think Krasinski's the only one that has not been on pit road. Now, Krasinski has nothing to lose, though. If he's got a chance of making it, try it.
We have about 10 laps left, 10, 11 laps left. So.
Actually, you know what? Krasinski may have been on pit road, actually.
I think he pitted early.
Yeah, I think he did, too. I'm pretty sure he has been. Yeah, he has been on pit road. I see it now, 3 pit stops. Kyle Charpentier has not. He's coming now. So he's going to give up that 5th position to Joe Burchett, or I'm sorry, Robert Lamb. He just gave it up to Rebel Lamb moves in the 4th. Kyle Charpentier falls back. Mike Bruno. These guys may come out right near each other. We'll see. Mike Bruno about to come through the next to final turn. We'll see as the 003 is in his pit box now, about 7 seconds. So the 99 coming around the final turn. Okay, they're not going to be quite near each other, but it's going to be close. Now the Kyle is down and away as Mike Bruno about to pass him. He does pass him now. Yeah, these guys are going to be right beside each other, behind each other now. Now the race begins. This is where it's going to get fun.
Bumper to bumper.
Yeah, this right here is where I think this is good for him, though. Honestly, as long as nothing happens, I think it's really good. I mean, it's really needed to happen for a long time now.
Davey went off track, but he came back on.
Jesse back in 9.
Yeah, he did a little bit of lawnmowing. For anybody who is in the state of Maine and came to the Bangor Mall Car Show, I'd like to say thank you for coming out and supporting small local track racing.
If I got you a sticker to stick on your car, would you do it?
Yeah.
Somewhere?
Yeah, I'll put it somewhere.
I want to get you like a CFR iRacing sticker. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, I could probably design something up and then you can just have it made
cool.
and mailed to me.
I think that's a good idea. We may do that. I think it'd be neat. All right, here we go, Delaney. Kyle Charpentier, Mike Bruno, nose to tail, going into turn 1. They're going to race each other hard. We know that. We've been waiting to see this.
Chevy and Toyota.
Yeah, we've been waiting to see these two battle it out now. Kyle Charpentier is going to push it. He's not afraid to push it. We'll be watching this very closely, guys, because the last run-ins between these guys, everybody knows what happened. We spoke about it quite a bit tonight with the penalties and stuff like that. So far, everything's good. I haven't seen Kyle. Now, he is pushing his car really hard. You can see it. He still wants that position. That is the top 5.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
that's a big spot if you think about it. I mean, these two guys are in the chase, so that's a really big spot.
Well, yeah, and also a big spot in points.
Yeah, I mean, looking at it right now, the guy that's on a bubble, of course, Derek Pemberton and Tyler Justice right now, is Jesse Gavey. Yes. But right in front of them is Kyle Charpentier. So, you know, that's a big spot, honestly, especially going into next week to Chicagoland. Yeah.
Derek's right there.
Oh, I don't know if there was contact. I don't think so. I think 99 just got loose.
They're just drag racing down that stretch.
99 just got a little bit loose. You want to talk about drama, you're getting it because these guys are really battling it right now.
Yeah, they're running it hard.
We'll take a look real fast at what happened coming off that final turn. You know, honestly, I think that was great driving by both of them. Not saying Kyle Charpentier's done. I don't know if the battle's done yet because Mike Bruno I don't think is done. But that was a good job because Kyle Charpentier, honestly, if he was going to turn Mike, he would have done it there when he was getting loose. And it would have looked like a complete accident. We wouldn't have known if it would have been on purpose. Great driving here by both of them guys so far. Now, will it stay there? We don't know. There's still some good racing going on around the track, though, honestly.
Yeah, it's like practically one spot in every part of the track that's usually a very good spot for a battle.
Yeah. Right now, I think our biggest battle is right here. Mike Bruno goes off track. He is in the sand trap. That may actually cost him that 5th spot. He is okay. That may cost him that 5th spot, though, as he will lose a lot of time there. Right here's a big battle, I think, with Joe Burchett and Robert Land. 2 teammates. Kenton Crossland. This is actually 3 Wolfpack cars, by the way. Kenton Crossland running in the middle of this, but something could be big here if Robert Land's able to try to catch Joe. He's been a little bit faster the last couple laps by. He was 4/10 faster last time by, so we'll see once where the checker flag waves, I guess we could say. One mistake, and we know Joe's times are not the fastest what they could be, considering he's got a little bit of damage on that car.
I know one person that I would like to get an interview with at some point is Carpentier or Jackson Williams.
Yeah, we could do that. We'll do that. We're still going to interview our top 3 guys, but we will get a special interview with somebody. And you know what, Delaney? I'm going to let you decide who we get it with. We'll just be thinking about it.
Okay. So no, I'm definitely gonna pick a lead lap car.
Sure. It's fine with me. It's whatever you want to do. I'm completely fine with that. Kenton Crossland doing a good job there, moving out of the way for his teammate. Robert Land, who, by the way, Joe Burchett gets a little bit of the grass there. That actually slows him down just a little bit.
Presently enough, Adam, I met another iRacer this weekend.
Really?
Yep. He races go-karts at my local track, and he actually has recently moved up into an adult racing division for the go-karts.
You know,
Speedway 95, and he actually showed some interest in joining our league, even though he is
awesome.
not 18 years old. But
That's awesome.
He's Class A.
Wow. Not bad at all.
Class A. He got iRacing for Christmas, and he's already a Class A.
Remember, in our league, we don't have an age restriction for the league to join.
Yeah, I know, but some leagues they do.
Yeah, a lot of leagues they do. I don't really have it because I've raced with a lot of younger kids. Jack is not 18.
Yeah,
And
there's a couple. It's not age, it's mature.
Curtis, I know you're watching the stream. You know, when I first met you, I thought you was like 12. I'm not playing, by the way. That's true. You messaged me too. Go Fast Racing. Skylar's a good guy, though.
I told Skylar, I'm like, talk to Adam Chapman. I'm 18.
Did you happen to see any of their race last night from the Xfinity League?
Yeah, I was at.
Yeah, you did. That's right, you did.
Yeah, I was sitting in my hotel room with my cell phone out watching.
It was pretty good. It was a good race.
And I kept saying, I'm like, hey, Curtis, how'd you like Adam? I had my sister right next to me. She's like, tell him I say hi.
You know, I know a lot of guys are still not going to be happy with where they finished in this league tonight, in this race tonight, but I'm going to be honest, this is a clean race we've had tonight with a lot of guys. Honestly. I mean, yeah, it's a road race. We're going to space out, but it's been a great race, all in all. As far as, you know, of course, we're seeing pure domination from Tyler Cox at Walker's
4
Win.
laps to go.
He's led 55 out of 60 laps right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're coming to 4 to go. I'm sorry, we're coming to 5 to go. We're on lap 60, so yeah, we're got 60 or 6 to go right now until they hit the line. We're gonna be 5. I'm looking to see a battle. We do got a battle. Robert Land is about to close this battle out on track that I'm seeing. Let's check back here with Jesse and see. Yeah, he's still a little ways away from Kenton. He can see Kenton. Kenton's not too far behind Jack. Still a little ways there. Mike Bruno, Kyle Charpentier. Yeah, I think our biggest battle right now is with the 14 and 97.
Yeah, that's about the 3rd spot.
Yeah, we're coming to 4 to go, I believe now. Where's Tyler at? Okay, yeah. So we're on 5 to go now.
Yeah, he's on a straightaway.
Guys, be sure to check out livingaquarium.net as well as swampdust.com. Let them know you've seen them here. It helps us if they want to come back and sponsor us next year. We're going to offer a lot more things to our sponsors than what we did this season for next season. There's going to be a lot more interesting things that we want to do with our sponsors. So I'm hoping that one of them guys would come back, and we'll see how that works out. But we still have a lot of room. Like I said, I've had actually one or two people so far message me from different companies. I'm not going to go out and explain it.
There'll be official press release.
Yeah. So they have messaged with an offer, and it's a fair offer. But like we said earlier, we got to make sure it fits us, as well as fitting them as well. You know, both of them was good guys and stuff. So we're waiting to see. There's a couple of them I'm really interested in. One of them I'm really interested in, but we got to see what happens. I want to give Swamp Dust and Living Aquarium most likely the first chance at it to see, because they've been with us the longest. So, by the way, if you haven't tried Swamp Dust, get some. It's really good. Watching Tyler Cox right now, about to pass the 32, Joshua Banks. Joshua Banks just going to move out of the way for him to the inside. Good job there by him. Joshua running 10th place tonight. You know, when we seen Kyle and Mike running nose to tail a minute ago, and we seen Mike get loose, I think a lot of that had to do with Mike wanting to really beat Kyle, honestly, especially here.
Yeah.
And he was pushing his car a little bit too hard. But honestly, I think that was some of the best racing we've seen between a lot of guys all year. So I thought I seen somebody off track. Oh, never mind.
I noticed with a lot of like my racing, most of my mistakes come from pushing it too hard, and
Right.
because basically you push it too hard, you're more bound to make mistakes because you have
I
that.
agree completely.
You're not thinking about your tires, and you're not thinking about the state of the car. You just want to get by them.
I agree 100%.
It's like push it, but don't push it too far. Be smart about it.
Right. Yeah,
Like,
there's
watch
a
and
time
see
to go and a time not to go.
Yeah, you don't want to. It's like when people go 3 wide on an oval. It's like you could have waited till the person in front of
Yeah.
you messes up. Use that mess up to your advantage, and then go by them.
Ask, who was it today? Eric Jones, 3 wide on the first
Yeah.
lap, and he got put in the wall because somebody made it 3
Yeah.
wide. I mean, like he said, it's 400 laps, and apparently people need to remember that. So that brings up a good point, though. I think a lot of people need to remember how long some of these races are.
You get paid for the last lap, not the first lap.
You know, honestly, out of all the races we've had, I think this one right here has been the most physical on people. As we've seen, you know, Derek, when he had to leave the race because of his leg.
Yeah.
I think this race right here is 65 laps. That's a long way around here. I mean, that's a long race, honestly. It's only like, you know, like I said, like 170 miles. It's not a long race. But there's so many turns here and the speed and the way you work the wheel
Yeah.
here. I mean, it's tough.
Yeah, I'm watching Tyler Cox, and his brakes are glowing.
Yeah, they're really lit up. I've noticed in the last few laps as well.
Because throughout the race, you're having to brake a little bit harder because your brakes are going out throughout the race. So you have to bring up that brake bias.
Actually see his brakes now.
Mostly in turn 1. Turn 1 is where they start really glowing. Like, I'm not even on the suspension view sometimes.
And you can see
I'm
it
actually
all.
seeing them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see if we can see him. Let's actually go to TV1 to see if we can see him. I don't know if we'll be able to see him from TV1 or not.
I'm seeing them on TV 2.
May try that as well.
TV 2 going into turn 1 on, because you have to brake pretty hard for that one turn.
Yeah, here he goes. Yeah, you can see him going pretty good as he goes
And you
down
don't even have to
turn
be in
1.
suspension view.
Yeah, you can see him pretty good. You can probably see him from a blimp cam, to be honest, as much as that was glowing. Final lap is out for the NRA 170, I guess we could say, because we're not sure exactly how many miles this was.
I think this is the first time I made a pick and they've actually finished the race.
I think it's the first time somebody's in a long time. I think Curtis actually got it right a couple times, but first time somebody's made a pick in a while and got it right. So I believe that. That's a great pick by you.
Yeah,
Tyler
Cox.
Cox.
Well, Tyler is also a fellow Mainer.
That's true. Don't live very far
Yeah.
from you either.
3 hours.
It's not far at all.
Oh, that's far to take Interstate 95.
Well, here we go. Tyler Cox looking to cap off actually only his first road win of the season. which is
Yeah.
surprising. Out of the final turn, Tyler Cox will see the checker flag up in the air this time. He will win here at Watkins Glen for the NRA 170. Great win by that 18 team and locks his way into the next round of the chase. He is celebrating hard right now. Look at him going into turn 1.
And there goes
He's
Briggs.
happy. He's happy right now. That is a big win for him. He is celebrating hard right now. Justin Krasinski about to come out of the final turn. He's going to see the checker flag. Once again, that number 4 car up front, as always, will see the second position. Joe Burchett will rebound nicely here after a rough couple of weeks. He's going to cross the line and finish in the 3rd spot. Right directly behind him, Robert Land, his teammate, will finish 4th. Right behind him, we still got a little bit ways back out of the carousel right now. Kyle Charpentier looking to finish in the top 5 as well.
And Tyler's burning one down in the runoff area of turn 1.
You can see the burnout there from that 18 car. Jack Williams there helping him out, giving a burnout. Justin Krasinski coming up behind him, giving him a love tap as well. As we still got a couple guys racing out on track. Kyle Charpentier will cross in 5th place. Here comes Mike Bruno right behind him. Will finish in the 6th place. Good run for that 99 car. Jack Williams will finish in the 7th spot. And then right behind him,
Kenton Crossland,
Kenton
Jesse
Crossland.
Gavey,
Yep, Jesse Gavey, Joshua Banks, Adam Meyer will
David
round
Clark.
out the top 10,
Top 10.
11, yeah.
top 10, 11. Adam Meyer, David Clark, John Kelly, Landon Lacey, Derek Pemberton will round up the rest of the field.
All right, we're going to get an interview. Why does it say Joe Burchett won this race?
Because I think Tyler left.
Okay, maybe why. Anyway,
It says Tyler got a black flag, but he didn't get it because he was driving backwards during his
Oh,
burnout
okay.
while
That's
people are
fine.
still filing down.
yeah,
in.
that's fine.
He was
We'll
still
take
there-
care of it.
Yeah, he was
Alright,
still
our
doing
winner.
burnout.
Tyler Cox gets the win here tonight. Tyler, dominating race performance for you. Talk us through your night, man.
It was just about staying consistent. I knew I was faster than pretty much the whole field, and I just got out front and just set a pace from there and never looked back.
We've seen that you had not a lot of trouble with road courses. You've been up front during most of them. Finished 2nd back at your widely known interview at Sonoma. And then, unfortunately, your mistakes, I guess you can say, at Canadian Tire. Does it feel good to come in here and already lock your way into round number 3 for the chase?
Yeah, it's a big burden off your shoulder when you can lock your way into the next round of the first race. So it's
We
good.
know you're a little under the weather, man. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I'd like to thank you guys for broadcasting. I'd like to thank my girlfriend Haley, my mom and dad, my friend Alex, and who else? Swamp Dust, Living Aquarium, Trojan Condoms for always protecting me and hopping on board the ride this year. And I'd like to dedicate this win to Kim Jong-un because that's the only win he'll ever get. And yeah.
Wow. Good job, man. Okay. I'll just straight up move him out. Next up, Justin Krasinski, who brings it home in 2nd place tonight after a, once again, top 3. Justin, for you. Talk us through your night, man.
Yeah, we had a pretty good race car. I was hoping to be a little better. It's not my favorite course, but I still look forward to these things. I thought we were going to have a chance to win, but for whatever reason, I couldn't figure out the bus stop. It felt really floaty through there, and I couldn't really nail it down to run through there as hard as I wanted to. And we definitely weren't as good as Cox, and we probably weren't even as good as Joe. I'm not really sure what happened to him with some lap cars. I know I need to talk to you actually later if you get a chance, because some lap cars weren't doing a very good job of bailing out of our way, or at least giving us a clear path at all. So it made it a little bit tougher, but that's not an excuse. I mean, we had a great run. Unfortunately, I was battling with Joe for most of the night, which was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, he got taken out or whatever happened. I saw he had some damage at one point, but proud of our team, proud of the guys. Thanks to the teammates for putting this together, and we had another good run.
Good job. You pretty much covered everything. I'll be up there here in just a few moments to talk to you, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
bud. That was Justin Krasinski. Pretty much summed everything up there. Bring in our 3rd place runner-up, even though it shows him as a winner right now. Joe Burchett will come home in 3rd place tonight. Joe, you got a copy?
Yeah.
Man, great race over all in all. I know you expect a little bit more. Definitely, you was a little bit faster than the 3rd place car. Justin said that you was actually a better car than him. we've seen. I want to talk about the carousel for a minute. We've seen you actually going into the carousel. Was it wheel hop? Did just wheel spin going in? We've seen you get into the wall, which is a little uncharacteristic for you, I guess I could say.
Yeah.
Yeah, coming out of the bus stop, I just carried too much speed and was trying to whoa it up to get planted into the corner going into the carousel, and the right front just did not want to stay in contact with the ground, and it started wheel hopping, and I just couldn't get it slowed down enough until it went over the berm.
Well,
So,
sorry, go ahead.
Into the barricade.
It's been a rough past couple weeks, I guess. That's fair to say. For you, for the most part. Third place got to be good coming here, especially for now. It is the second round of the chase. How much momentum does that give you? We go to Chicagoland next week. Does that help you out, you think? Knowing that, one, Tyler Justice wasn't here, and Derek had the DNF because he had to drop out because of his leg issue. Does that give you a little bit of momentum, though? What do we expect to see from Joe Burchett next week at Chicagoland?
I mean, to speak of what you said there, I was kind of wanting to be able to battle Tyler more. Like I said, I had a couple mistakes myself throughout the race. You've said probably before, it's very uncharacteristic of me. Had a little incident there towards the end of the race. Really wasn't anyone's fault, just having anywhere to go. And I don't think the driver did it on purpose. But going into next week, yeah, I mean, I'll have to take this as momentum. A little disappointed. Felt like I probably could have caught back up to Tyler if I hadn't made a couple mistakes there about halfway through the race. But yeah, I mean, I'll take this as momentum with Justice not being here and Derek having to quit the race. It definitely allows me to go into Chicagoland with a little bit more raciness now, not really trying to conserve to stay up there in that top, 8 now.
You're one of the favorites going into this championship. Everybody knows that. You, Mike, Bruno, and a couple others. I'm not going to say everybody's name who one of the favorites. You are one of them favorites. So it's going to be the next interesting 2 weeks to see where you shake up and all this. I think really you're not a wild card by any means, but you're going to play a big part of, as the chase ticks down, of knocking somebody out. So it's going to be fun to watch. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I just want to thank you guys for doing the broadcast. I want to thank Rob, teammate at Wolfpack, and I just want to thank my sponsor, Swamp Dust. Really great sponsor. They've been really good to me. I'm hoping that they'll continue it over the next few years to come, and hopefully we'll be able to bring them back for next season.
I agree, man. All right, buddy. We'll be talking to you here soon. Good run tonight, Joe.
Thank you.
That was Joe Burchett, part of Wolfpack Motorsports. Brings it home in third place. Delaney, we was going to get an interview with you. Who did you want to interview?
Crazy enough, I want to bring in Jack.
All right, let's bring in Jack Williams. Do you have any questions you want to ask him as well before I bring him in, or I need to make up some?
I got some.
Okay, cool. Hey, Jack, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, Delaney's wanting to get an interview with you. We was figuring out who we wanted to interview, and you was the lucky one chosen. So Delaney's got a couple of questions she wants to ask you.
Okay.
First of all, I'm looking at where you qualified and where you finished, and it's the exact same position, so you didn't go up spots or go down spots. Do you think that made the difference? Basically not gaining or losing position. How was that set up you points-wise?
Well, like points for the championship or something like that, or
No, for just end of the year points, just for so you
Driver
can say,
of the year
I
and all that
finished.
stuff.
So you just finished. So where you finished?
Okay, yeah.
I finished in the top. How many cars?
Yeah. Well, I wasn't really expecting to actually finish the race because I wanted to do NIS, but then I noticed I missed it, so I just stayed in, and starting in 7th really helped me out until I messed up right behind Jesse, but I'm glad I still finished in 7th.
I got a question. You're not a huge road racer. Let's be honest, you're not. Uh, how tough is it to drive a stock car on a road race or a road track?
Um, well, here it's not really that hard since it's such a fast track. But if it was like Sonoma, where you had to like come to almost a complete stop to make a corner, uh, it's a lot harder. But I feel like if you practice, you can probably figure it out.
Delaney, you got any more questions? All right, good
What?
talk. You got any more? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What do you think made the most difference from doing the practice and it basically cars overheating to this practice with it not overheating?
That's a good question.
Yeah, you guys had to lower the tape from 50 to 20, which is actually a really, really, really big difference. Higher tape makes your car more looser, and sorry, sounded dumb there, but looser. And when you bring it down to 20 or any number, it really tightens up the car, so you have to let off the car a lot more and make sure you don't hit the wall.
Well, man, you bring it home 7. Good run tonight, Jack.
Thanks.
That was Jack Williams, so eventually I will move out of this room. And he finishes in the 7th position. Delaney, what's your thoughts on the race?
I think it was a pretty low-key race. It was a good race for being a road course race. There wasn't too much full course caution, mostly just local cautions. But I felt like it was just a good all-around race for being a chase race.
You know,
This is where a lot of positions get made up.
my thoughts on this thing is pretty simple. I'm glad we had the road course happen where it did in the chase, because after all the last few weeks with the drama stuff that's been going on after the races and post-race activity, I guess you could say. So it was a good time for it to actually happen here. So I am really happy with that. I know it shows Joe is our winner, guys, but our winner actually was Tyler Cox, and then Kyle Sharpentier, and then Joe Burchett. So that's going to do it for us here tonight, though. We're going to hop out of here and be back for Tuesday. Delaney, you got anything else you want to say? Check her out on Facebook. Get her done graphics and done racing on Facebook. Got anything else to say?
Drive safe, have fun, and get her done.
It's becoming like you're saying.
Yeah, like a catchphrase.
I like it.
And the other 3 will get a little bit of a jump at the start. Then everyone else will not jump.